The wind whipped her white dress, cameras flashed. It was a moment that would be etched into the annals of Hollywood history. The scene from The 7-Year Itch became iconic, not just for its cinematic brilliance, but for the way it captured the essence of Marilyn Monroe. She was more than just an actress. She was a phenomenon, a symbol of an era. The world watched in awe as she stood there, her dress billowing, her smile radiant. It was a perfect blend of innocence and allure, a moment that encapsulated the magic of Marilyn. Marilyn Monroe, a goddess in the spotlight, laughed. Her laughter was infectious, a melody that resonated with millions. It was a sound that brought joy to countless fans, a reminder of the light she brought into the world. But behind that laughter was a woman who faced immense pressure, who bore the weight of the world's expectations. She was a beacon of hope and beauty, yet she was also a human being with her own struggles and fears. This was it. Fame, adoration. Everywhere she went, crowds gathered, eager to catch a glimpse of the star. She was the epitome of Hollywood glamour, a figure who transcended the silver screen to become a cultural icon. Her presence was magnetic, drawing people in with an almost supernatural force. But with fame came a loss of privacy, a life lived under the constant scrutiny of the public eye. But behind the dazzling smile, a storm brewed, a story untold. Marilyn Monroe was more than the sum of her public persona. She was a complex individual, grappling with her own demons, the pressures of fame, the relentless pursuit of perfection, and the constant need to live up to an idealized image took their toll. Behind the scenes, she faced battles that few could understand, struggles that were often masked by her radiant smile. From the small screen to the silver screen, she captivated the world. Her journey in the entertainment industry was nothing short of extraordinary. Starting with minor roles, she quickly rose to prominence, her talent undeniable. Each performance was a testament to her dedication and passion for her craft. She brought characters to life in a way that few could, leaving an indelible mark on the world of cinema. Her breathy voice, her seductive glances, her vulnerability, all combined into an irresistible allure. Marilyn Monroe had a unique ability to connect with audiences, to make them feel as though they were a part of her world. Her performances were a blend of strength and fragility, a combination that made her unforgettable. She was a master of her craft, using every tool at her disposal to create moments of pure magic on screen. Marilyn Monroe became an American icon, a symbol of beauty and desire. Her image graced the covers of countless magazines, her name synonymous with glamour and elegance. She was a trendsetter, a fashion icon, and a muse for artists and designers. Her influence extended far beyond the world of film, shaping the cultural landscape of an entire generation. She was the embodiment of the American dream, a testament to the power of perseverance and talent. But behind the carefully crafted persona, a different story unfolded. Marilyn Monroe was a woman of depth and complexity, far removed from that one-dimensional image often portrayed in the media. She was introspective, thoughtful, and constantly seeking to understand herself and the world around her. Her life was a delicate balance between the public and the private, a dance between the person she was and the person she was expected to be. This was Norma Jean, a woman yearning for love, acceptance, and a life free from the shadows of her past. Before she was Marilyn Monroe, she was Norma Jean, a young girl with dreams and aspirations. Her early life was marked by hardship and instability, experiences that shaped her into the person she would become. Despite the challenges, she remained resilient, determined to carve out a place for herself in the world. Her journey from a troubled childhood to the heights of stardom is a poignant reminder of the price of fame. The world knew Marilyn. Her rise to fame was meteoric, a testament to her talent and determination. But it came at a cost, a price that few could understand. Her life was a constant struggle between the desire for success and the need for personal fulfillment. She achieved greatness, but it was a journey fraught with challenges and heartache. Few truly knew Norma Jean. This is her story. Behind the legend of Marilyn Monroe was a woman who sought love, acceptance, and understanding. Her story is one of triumph and tragedy, a tale of a woman who achieved greatness but never lost sight of her true self. This is the story of Norma Jean, a woman who became an icon but remained, at her core, a human being with dreams, fears, and a desire to be loved. Norma Jean's early life was marked by instability. Born into poverty, she never knew her father. Her mother, struggling with mental illness, couldn't provide a stable home. Foster homes became her reality. Each move brought new faces, new rules, and a deepening sense of abandonment. Loneliness became her constant companion. She longed for a place to belong, a family to love her. This longing, this yearning for connection, would shape her future relationships. It would drive her towards the spotlight, seeking the warmth of adoration, the illusion of family in the eyes of millions. But the pain of her childhood lingered. It hid behind her captivating smile, a secret sadness she carried within. The world saw a radiant star. Few glimpsed the fragile girl, forever scarred by a childhood lost. Escape came in the form of marriage. For a young girl who had known little stability, marriage seemed like a sanctuary, a promise of a better life. It was a way to escape the uncertainty and the constant moving from one foster home to another. The idea of a stable home, a place where she belonged, was a dream she clung to. At 16, Norma Jean became Mrs. James Doherty. It was a decision made out of necessity rather than love. James was a young man who offered her a semblance of security, a way out of the foster care system that had been her life for so long. The marriage was a means to an end, a way to avoid the bleak future that awaited her otherwise. It was a marriage of convenience, a way to avoid returning to foster care. The foster care system in the 1940s was far from ideal, often harsh and unkind. Norma Jean had experienced its many shortcomings firsthand. The marriage, though not perfect, provided a roof over her head and a sense of belonging, however tenuous. But within this new life, a spark ignited. Norma Jean began to discover herself, her passions and her dreams. The role of a housewife, though comforting in its routine, was not enough to contain her burgeoning aspirations. She yearned for something more, something beyond the confines of her modest home. Modeling offered an escape, a glimpse into a world of glamour and possibility. Soon, Hollywood beckoned, the camera loved her, and she loved the camera. Modeling was her first taste of the limelight, a world where she could reinvent herself. It was a world that promised excitement, fame, and a chance to be someone else, someone extraordinary. Norma Jean, with her platinum blonde curls and captivating smile, transformed into Marilyn Monroe. The transformation was not just physical, but also emotional and psychological. Marilyn Monroe was a persona, a creation that allowed Norma Jean to step into a new identity, one that was confident, alluring, and magnetic. Early films showcased her comedic timing, her vulnerability, her raw sex appeal. She had a natural talent that shone through, even in the simplest of roles. Her ability to connect with the audience, to make them laugh and cry, was undeniable. She was more than just a pretty face. She was a performer with depth and nuance. With each role, her star ascended, shining brighter, captivating the world. The public couldn't get enough of her. She became a symbol of beauty, charm, and grace. Her performances were celebrated, and her presence at movie premieres was met with adoration and applause. She was a star in every sense of the word. But the climb was arduous. Behind the scenes, the reality of her life was far from the glamorous image she projected. The demands of fame, the pressure to maintain her image, and the constant scrutiny took a toll on her. She was often tired, but her determination never wavered. She was committed to her craft, to proving herself as more than just a Hollywood starlet. Studios saw her as a commodity, a beautiful object to be molded and controlled. They wanted to capitalize on her image, to use her to sell movies and magazines. But Marilyn was more than just a pretty face. She had dreams and ambitions of her own. She wanted to be taken seriously as an actress, to be given roles that challenged her and allowed her to grow. Marilyn fought for recognition as an actress, for challenging roles that showcased her talent. She took acting classes, studied scripts, and worked tirelessly to hone her craft. She wanted to be more than just a sex symbol. She wanted to be respected for her talent and dedication. Her passion for acting was evident in everything she did. She yearned to break free from the stereotype, to prove her worth beyond the image. Marilyn Monroe was a complex individual with dreams, fears, and aspirations that went far beyond the roles she was often given. She wanted to be seen for who she truly was, to be appreciated for her talent and her humanity. Her journey from model to movie star was a testament to her resilience, her determination, and her unwavering spirit. Section 4. Love and Loss, the Fragile Heart of a Bombshell. Marilyn's romantic life became a tabloid sensation. Her marriage to baseball legend Joe DiMaggio captivated the public. But behind closed doors, the relationship struggled. DiMaggio, it seemed, couldn't reconcile with the on-screen siren, the object of millions of men's desires. Her marriage to playwright Arthur Miller promised intellectual companionship, a meeting of minds. Yet this too crumbled under the pressures of fame, miscarriages, and the constant scrutiny of the public eye. Each failed relationship deepened Marilyn's insecurities, fueling her dependence on pills and reaffirming her childhood fears of abandonment. Section 5. Beyond the glamour, the real Marilyn emerges. Behind the seductive whispers and the come-hither glances, a complex woman fought for control. Marilyn Monroe, often seen as the epitome of Hollywood glamour, was much more than her public persona. She was a woman of depth, struggling to carve out her own identity in an industry that sought to define her by her looks alone. Her journey was one of resilience and determination as she navigated the treacherous waters of fame and personal turmoil. Marilyn possessed a sharp intellect, a love for literature, and an insatiable curiosity about the world around her. She was often seen with a book in hand, delving into the works of great authors and thinkers. This side of her was rarely highlighted in the media, which preferred to focus on her physical allure, yet those who knew her well spoke of her keen mind and her desire to engage in meaningful conversations, and a desire to be taken seriously as an artist. Marilyn was not content with being just a pretty face on the silver screen. She yearned to be recognized for her talent and hard work. She took acting classes, studied her craft, and worked tirelessly to improve her skills. Her dedication to her art was evident in the roles she chose and the performances she delivered. She formed her own production company, defying the studio system that sought to control her. This bold move was a testament to her determination to take charge of her career and make her own decisions. She challenged societal expectations, advocating for civil rights and using her platform to speak out on issues that mattered to her. Marilyn was not afraid to stand up for what she believed in, even if it meant going against the grain and embracing her sexuality in an era that demanded conformity. Marilyn's open expression of her sexuality was revolutionary at a time when women were expected to adhere to strict societal norms. She refused to be boxed in by these expectations, instead choosing to celebrate her femininity and sensuality. This defiance made her a symbol of empowerment for many women who saw in her a reflection of their own struggles for autonomy and self-expression. Her vulnerability, often mistaken for naivete, was a strength. Marilyn's ability to show her true self, flaws and all, endeared her to millions. She was not afraid to be seen as vulnerable, and this authenticity resonated deeply with her fans. They saw in her a kindred spirit, someone who faced the same fears and insecurities that they did. This connection made her more than just a star, it made her a beloved icon. It resonated with millions, making her a relatable icon, despite her glamorous lifestyle. Marilyn's fans admired her not just for her beauty, but for her courage and authenticity. She was a beacon of hope for those who felt misunderstood or marginalized. Her ability to connect with people from all walks of life was a testament to her genuine nature and her desire to be seen for who she truly was. Marilyn was more than a pretty face, more than a Hollywood creation. She was a multifaceted individual with dreams, aspirations, and a relentless drive to succeed. Her legacy is not just one of glamour and fame, but of resilience and determination. She broke barriers and defied expectations, leaving an indelible mark on the world. More than a Hollywood creation, she was a woman who transformed herself time and again, adapting to the challenges that came her way. Her ability to reinvent herself and her career is a testament to her strength and ingenuity. Marilyn's story is one of constant evolution, a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. She was a woman grappling with her own demons, facing the pressures of fame and the expectations placed upon her. Despite her struggles, she continued to push forward, seeking help and striving to overcome her personal challenges. Her battle with mental health issues was a significant part of her life, and her courage in confronting these issues is an important aspect of her legacy. Fighting for respect and recognition in a world determined to see her as just a sex symbol, Marilyn's fight for respect was a constant battle, but she never gave up. She sought to be seen for her true self, beyond the glitz and glamour. Her story is a powerful reminder of the importance of authenticity and the strength it takes to stay true to oneself in the face of overwhelming odds.